talk about how it is to start the season tomorrow and the expectations and having a good, probably a pretty good Indiana team coming in for the first weekend of the year.
We're excited. These guys are excited. You could tell in their rhythm. Last Thursday, we really started playing some good, consistent baseball. We've been driving cattle for a long time with so many new people. And, we talk about, man, you want the practice to be for the coaches and the game to be for the players. And I think we're to that point. So many question marks for new people. I've seen us rank between 17 and 300 in every preseason poll out there and everywhere in between. And I think that's fair. You lose 5 pitchers in the top 12 rounds. So even if you do bring in a top 10 class, even if you have 5 freshmen in the top 100, those are all just it's guesswork. And I'm excited about the season and our players to play somebody else. The guesswork goes away tomorrow. We'll know more come next Monday than we've known for months who we are. I think Indiana matches us very well. They're led by a great head coach. Jeff Mercer is a good man in our industry. They have 7 of their 9 position players back. They have real power. They have an 18 home run guy, a 19 home run guy. They got 2 or 3 guys that can absolutely steal a base if you're not aware of how to stop the running game or to slow it down a little bit. Big swings if you make cripple pitches or don't get into some good sequencing of quality, you'll pay for it. They've done that in the past. I like our lineup. I like the length potential of our lineup. But if you're going like maybe hit Bobby Pierce, maybe a 3-hole type hitter, if you're going to lead him off, what does that lineup look like? I'm excited about it, but until it really goes out there against somebody else, it's hard to know. When you're playing each other all the time, it's almost I liken it to professional baseball. When you're in a division, you play the same teams over and over. Like, we'll go see them again in 3 weeks, and our guys know each other. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. It's going to be good to see somebody else. We're going to face 2 left-handed starters, and if that's the case, man, we'll be able to run 5 lefties off the bench because we might only start 2 of them in the game. So I'm rambling and going with all that to say is, like, we got some guys that deserve to go play somebody else. I do believe in our roster. We got over 40 years of SEC, not just Division I experience within our coaching staff. And then I think the players have done a great job. We got 3 captains that I believe in. Cason Howell is our amazing captain. Nate LaRue, who earned that job last year as a catcher. I'm looking forward to seeing him have a full year starting day 1. And Bobby Pierce only has 38 games of stats, but they were pretty exciting if he can lengthen that out for a full season. And that's who our team elected as our captain. So we got great leadership. We got some exciting young players. And the schedule, to me, is daunting. I think us and Indiana look just alike. I think, they're coming in with some new pitching pieces and a veteran offense. I think they're excited about their pitching pieces, just like we are. But we really don't know what we have until we go out there and compete. And then I think we'll keep getting better, regardless of what happens this weekend. I think Auburn will get better because right now the coaches are making the lineup out because we just had a glimpse from January the 12th till now. And we're going to try to put the best team out there, understanding there's going to be pieces made because between tomorrow and as we go each weekend, we'll gain so much. When the players start making the lineup out, it'll be a better team till we shift to that. And hopefully get them off to a good start where there's minimal movement. But we're going to be matched athletically from game 1. That's not always the take. It helped us last year to go to Arlington. First game of the year, you're playing a team that was one of the last 2 standing for a championship, national championship, a Texas Tech, and we all know what kind of ball club that is. So I think we're seeing the benefit of playing good people early. It helps us get our team going.
So, also Gonzo and Nelson for the weekend. Nelson and Crunchvelt seem to go head-to-head a lot in the SWAT games. What led you to picking Nelson over Crunchvelt for Sunday?
Yeah. I thought Bauman has probably thrown the baseball the best, and he didn't get one of them either. I just think this early season, nobody in college baseball is ready for somebody to go 7 innings. We see this as 2 guys trying to get you 6 or 7. So I thought Tanner Bauman's actually thrown the best. And I'm using him as when to drop him in a game. Is it Friday or Saturday? As what's the best opportunity for maybe our best guy to throw? And that's not one of the three starters. Gonzalez just faced hitters for the first time this past Sunday, so I wasn't real excited after those 2 innings and everything went great. I wasn't excited about cutting 2 days out of him and putting him on Friday. Now that the week's going on, I kind of like him at Saturday because last year he threw Sunday. So setting in Saturday, and he probably is our closest thing to a diesel engine to feel like he could run the most innings in a start, at least the track record of it. So maybe you want that on Saturday to give the pen a day of rest when you have new pieces, because I always keep thinking about Skipper and Burkhalter as much as I think about the beginning. I think we start by thinking about the end in mind. And so we got some people back there, and maybe that's the right day for Gonzalez. Alsop started, I think, our fall game against Alabama. Is that correct? I think we've been pushing from those 20-plus appearances last year, all out of the bullpen. We've been trying to make him a starter from day one. I'm hoping this gives him a boost of confidence. And then maybe Bauman comes behind him, but we're looking for 2 guys each day. Chase Isbell is deserving. The Crotchfelt-Nelson, I guess I'm answering that backwards, where they both earned a spot. And if Crotchfelt comes right behind or is the Tuesday starter, it's good either way. And we've really tried to tell some of these older guys that we want to see some of these younger guys and see, are they ready to pitch good baseball now? And when you see a young one like Nelson, you got to know that there's an experienced guy right around him. So Isbell's got his back, or Sheehan's got his back. So we're packaging it that way. But we have to announce starters, I guess, to appease everybody, the opponent, the SEC, you guys. But we're really seeing this as 6 pitchers trying to get to 4 guys in the back is what we're trying to do. And I don't know if the most critical part of the game is going to be in the first inning. It absolutely can be. Or if it's going to be the 4th, 5th, or 6th inning. At least some youth early and they don't go your way, at least you have more innings of recovery. Might be a way to look at this. So I'm just asking those guys to sincerely open and then get to another guy that potential, because in 3 weeks from now, everybody at Piggyback might be in those spots. But I don't want it to be because of health or anything like that. I want good, solid opportunities and allow these guys for 2 or 3 weeks to get after it. And then everybody's pitch count will be built up in 3 weeks. And hopefully the players are making the lineup out, and maybe a couple more pieces can strengthen us and go another place. But it was hard with Crotchfelt and Nelson. But that's what we'll do. But I would imagine they're both going to get a start here in these first 4 games.
Coach, you mentioned kind of the experience of Indiana, but especially with, a lot of guys who need to get experience out of the pen or on the mound. Just how valuable is it to get those guys right off the bat going up against such an experienced lineup?
Yeah. We won't sneak by with anything. If we do good, that's going to be against a good lineup in Division I baseball. So there's no faking it. There's no, like, if somebody goes out and pitches really good, I'm like, all right, this is going to feel like an SEC weekend for our ball club and so many people that are going to get first experiences. This is an SEC lineup that we're facing. Bat speed, exit velocity, metrics, number of at-bats. We're facing an SEC lineup that presents a lot of challenges. So, and then if somebody doesn't look ready, it can conversely do the same thing. But the positive is if you go out and do well this weekend, I think you're making believers out of your clubhouse, more importantly. But even our people, the fans, the people that are watching us close, that, all right, this guy can have success because he had success this weekend. Sometimes it's, hey, we'll wait and see. We'll see if he does good later on. But you can tell the last few years how our schedule's really changed. This RPI thing, it's advantageous to go on the road. When I got here, we committed to being all 4 weekends at home. Now we're taking that 1 weekend out of those 4 and hitting the road, because there's more value right now in an RPI situation as the program's built up and we're positioning for something. So you're seeing us start doing that each and every year. And then we thought it was important to keep playing good people early. Because we'll have Lipscomb in Southeast Louisiana, who was one of our teams in our regional too. So Georgia Tech back on the schedule. Those are great RPIs. Those are tough games, and one's here and one's up there. And then, of course, the 30 SEC games. So it's a challenge. But if you pitch good this weekend, confidence comes from acquiring skill. If somebody does good this weekend, that absolutely should be counted in the confidence and not having to wait to do it against somebody else. That's how much respect we have for Indiana.